He did absolutely nothing wrong. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms for your NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. But let's talk about this. Escambia County, Florida. Apparently, a homeowner defended his property from 3 people who tried to do an armed home invasion. And he used what appeared to be the so-called ubiquitous assault rifle. Now, I'm going to play 2 videos here. The first video is from the ring camera of the homeowner's house. And the second video you're going to see is the sheriff of Escambia County discussing what happened there. So let's go ahead and let's watch that.
Video released by the Escambia County Sheriff shows the moments 3 people forced their way into a home last week. Deputies say the group went up to the front door, pushed the homeowner into the house, and attacked him. Now, according to deputies, the homeowner had a pistol but dropped it, so he ran to the back of the house, got an AR-17, and started shooting. The sheriff's office says the homeowner will not face charges. They have arrested 2 men. They're still looking for a getaway driver, and they are also looking for the person that you saw circled. We blurred his face because we do not know if he is a minor.
In the second incident that I want to talk about, it happened also last night at about 11:42. This is a home invasion. 3 men home invaded a house on P.A.N. There was a single person inside that house. Of the 3 people, 1 had a handgun, pulled a handgun from his waistband, and the other 2 were shoving the victim in his house. The victim had a handgun that he was hiding. That handgun slipped out and fell to the ground. One of the 3 felons picked up that handgun. So now 2 of the 3 have handguns on the victim, and they're in his house. The victim runs to a back room where he had a 3rd gun. He picked up that gun, an AK-47 style gun, and he started shooting for his own protection to get them out of his house and to protect himself. They fled, as they do. They fled, and we were able to identify 2 of the 3 individuals, and the 2 that we have identified and have active warrants for are Antonio Dwayne Dean Jr. He has active warrants for battery, domestic violence, failure to appear robbery, carjacking with a firearm, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, robbery with a firearm, and possession of a weapon. As you can see, these are different cases, not involving the same case. Not sure why he's out of jail, but these are 4 different cases. So he's going to be charged when we pick him up, and also Torrance Leanders Hackworth. He has warrants for him for robbery, home invasion, and these are 2 of the 3 people that attacked the victim in his home. Now, I will say that we got a report of a 3rd individual that had a gunshot wound to the head not long after that. And the stories that he's giving us on his as to how he got shot in the head are inconsistent at best. In short, we don't believe him. So what we're looking at is to determine whether this is the 3rd person that was involved. We have warrants on these 2 people, and we now have a suspect, a name for the 3rd person. So this 3rd person was shot in the head, non-life-threatening injuries, but we are certainly looking to see if he is the 3rd person that we're looking for. As of right now, we have warrants for Antonio Dean Jr., and we have warrants for Torrance Hackworth, and we're working on the third suspect. So those of you who might ask a question, is the homeowner going to be charged for shooting at these people? Absolutely not. The homeowner is protecting himself, and in Florida, in Escambia County, you can protect yourself.
All right, you saw that and you heard that. Now I'm going to go over here to this Daily Wire article. He did absolutely nothing wrong. Florida sheriff won't charge homeowner who fired reported AK-47 type weapon at home invaders. unlike the AR-17 that the reporter claimed in the video. But according to a Florida County sheriff, a homeowner who fired a reported AK-47 style firearm at home invaders will absolutely not face charges, and he should not. On July 7, 2022, 3 males appeared at the front door of the homeowner. When he unlocked the door, 2 of the men shoved him into the house when they assaulted him, while the third man waited outside with a handgun. The homeowner dropped his pistol, which was retrieved by one of the assailants, but the homeowner ran to the back of the house, picked up a reported AK-47 style firearm, and fired at the intruders, forcing them to flee to the 4th suspect, who drove off with them. Escambia County Sheriff Chip Simmons asked if the homeowner had done anything wrong, told Fox News, absolutely not. If protecting your family and yourself is wrong, then I don't know what we're here for. He did absolutely nothing wrong. When we look at whether the actions of the homeowner are reasonable, we try to think about what we would do. If your home was invaded in such a fashion by 3 people looking to do you harm, you would do everything within your power, up to and including deadly force, to prevent it. No thought to that, none whatsoever. He continued, I can tell you that if someone breaks into my front door, barges in and attacks me or my family, they're going to get shot. And I can afford that same consideration to the residents of my county. And there's the big difference between a sheriff and a police chief. Most sheriffs are elected by the people. Police chiefs are appointed by the mayor of the city. Sheriffs do the bidding of the people. Police chiefs do the bidding of the mayor. I don't think there's anything else to do. You have got to protect family, you have got to protect yourself, and you have to use whatever reasonable means you have available to you. His life was obviously in danger. He certainly did what I would do, Simmons concluded. Now, as of this point, these two people have been arrested, so they got, I'm not going to read their names, they're freaking idiots. You can read them right here. But they've been arrested because they were on the Ring camera, like duh. But so then they go into another story that this girl, a 14-year-old who was a TikTok star. Apparently an 18-year-old boy stalked her. This is in Florida also. And he traveled all that way to stalk her. And the father shot the person through the family, through the door. But, I can give you a little social commentary. I don't think a 14-year-old should be on TikTok. Just my thought. But that's a whole nother story. But it just happens to be here. So I'm looking at it saying, well, what the hell's a 14-year-old doing on TikTok? You're putting your family out there to millions of people. And some of them are crazy. But let's go back to this story here. So they have been arrested. And 2 of them been arrested. And I think they did pick up the 3rd person. I'd have to check into that. I might have that information. But this is a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. They busted into his home. They started assaulting him. One of them's out there with a handgun. People always say, oh, you got these people out there. I don't know what the mentality comes from, but they're like, oh, they're just robbing you. Your possessions are not worth a life. The hell you say. The hell you say. You worked hard for that stuff. You blood, sweat, and tears for that stuff. That's your stuff. Somebody breaks into your home, go at it. I don't know why that's a problem for people. Oh, it's just stuff. You can rebuy it. Some of it has sentimental value. You just don't know what to do. And the fact that one of them was there with a handgun, how far are they willing to go? Oh, okay, this guy's not, he's being punked out. He's not gonna resist. How far are they gonna go? What are they gonna do? You don't have to wait around to know that. Do what you gotta do. Whether it be a handgun that you use, a shotgun you use, or a so-called assault rifle, do what you gotta do. This guy won. Good for him. These guys were up to no good. And people always say it's a gun issue. It's a gun issue. Every single one of these people who did this home invasion are all under 21. They should have not been in possession of a gun in the first place. Or a handgun, to be clear. A handgun in the first place. There's the problem. There's the damn problem right there. I read a story, I'll throw it up behind me. Philadelphia, I believe it's Philadelphia, where these teenagers, between the ages of 13 to 15, were out on the street at 3 a.m. and they just randomly picked out a 76-year-old man and beat him to death. You know, nobody's going to go out and protest for this guy. Nobody's going to go out and say Black Lives Matter. No, he's dead by the hands of a bunch of teenagers, future criminals. We don't have a gun problem. We have a morality problem. And we're not looking at the issue. We're running around trying to ban assault weapons to prevent mass shootings when we know that handguns are involved in more shootings than rifles. We know this. This is not a mystery. But as I was saying, this guy won. Kudos to him. Awesome. Good thing, because who knows what these punks would have done if he'd not been in a position to defend himself. What would have happened? But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified the next time the video goes live. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.